what exactly an in-betweener is in the world of animation. Because most people, when they speak of animation, they talk about animators, they talk about so many things, but that term in-betweener is hardly ever spoken about or used in layman's terms. So if you wouldn't mind explaining that to my listeners and viewers, I'd really appreciate it.
Well, in-betweener is almost an obsolete term today in our new world of digital animation, where so much of everything is done on the computer. In the old days, everything was done by hand. Everything was done with pencil and paper, people drawing on paper. And so that's why this incredible job of in-betweener was so important, because you needed somebody to do these multiple drawings that would go in between the animator's key drawings. Those key drawings were known as extremes. And what goes in between those extremes to make the action smooth were additional drawings called in-betweens. And that's where that term comes from. The in-betweener is the artist who does all of those in-between drawings that makes the animation appear to be, smooth and pleasant to the eye. So that's where the term in-betweener comes from.
I love that. And that helped me understand it too, because I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. Because I know that you started out working on Sleeping Beauty in that capacity. So I wanted to make very sure that I was clear on exactly what that was. Thank you.
Right. You bet. Yeah.
This is the second time that I know of that you've been honored. And I know you've probably been honored a zillion, gazillion other times as well. But
way too many times. Way too much.
But how does it fit? But Turner Classic Movies is special because it's dealing with classic movies. And you were part of classic movies like 101 Dalmatians and Sleeping Beauty and The Sword and the Stone. And the list goes on and on and on and on. What does this particular honor mean for you?
I'm a movie fan. I always have been. And Turner Classic Movies celebrates the wonderful medium of motion pictures and all of the great filmmakers and the great movie actors that we've had over the years. So to be part of that pantheon of great classic films, it's a real honor, and it's a real it's an honor indeed. My wife just
I heard her. I heard her in the background going, "It's an honor."
Yeah. It's an
I
honor.
love your wife. She's lovely. I met her that day in Africa. I love her. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she is. But it's an honor to be included in this, the great film classics of Hollywood that have gone on, how many years now? Good heavens, it's been many, many years, many, many motion pictures, and so many great filmmakers have come and gone during that time. So to be a part of this distinguished group truly is a real honor. And I'm so grateful to Turner Classic Movies for, inviting me into this very unique club of American filmmakers.
Well, my 12-year-old self and my adult self is grateful that a Floyd Norman exists, because you've made it possible for little children, young adults, and adults of a certain age to realize that, like you said earlier, there are other opportunities in the entertainment and film industry other than being in front of the camera. There's so many other jobs that you can inhabit and thrive in those lanes. And as we're closing this, and as we're closing this out, I want to ask you one final question. What would the 86-year-old Floyd Norman say to your younger self?
I would say, young man, you are headed in the right direction. All you've got to do is follow your dream and work hard. That's all you got to do. Follow your dream and put in the hard work that is necessary for success. And if you do those two things, you're going to have a rich, rewarding, and happy life. That's what I would say to myself.
That is absolutely beautiful and very, very well stated with so much inspiration and love. Mr. Floyd Norman, it has been I'm getting a little choked up. I'm sorry. It's been
Well,
my
don't get choked up.
I'm very emotional because this has been my
Yeah.
immense pleasure to speak with you this morning. I love you so much
Yeah.
and I
Well,
respect you
thank
so
you.
much. And I'm so honored and inspired and grateful that you exist. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Thank you
Oh,
for taking time to
well,
talk to
thank
me. I
you.
can't begin to tell you how much it meant.
Well, it's been my pleasure to share my life with you. I consider myself a very, very blessed person to had a life and a career that has been so rich and rewarding, and I could not have asked for more.